The approach shot is where most golfers lose control of the hole. They see the green, they think they have enough distance, and they go for it almost every time. But the approach shot isn't just about distance, it's about where you choose to attack from. Now, I like to think of it this way. Approaching a green is like storming a castle. You need a plan. You need the right weapons. And you need to decide where you're attacking from in a way that gives you the highest probability of success while minimizing risk. Most golfers storm the castle without a plan. They charge the front gate every time. And when it doesn't work, they're in a bunker, short-sighted on the wrong side of the green, or playing from a difficult lie. That's exhausting golf. It feels dramatic, it feels aggressive, but it's unstable. It's like walking into a casino and choosing a game where you either win big or you lose big. High stakes, high emotion, high volatility. That's not tactical golf. What you want is a game you can control, a game where the worst outcome is manageable and the best outcome is still available. Now, that might sound conservative, but it's exactly how Tiger Woods separated himself from the field in his prime. From 150 to 200 yards, he rarely fired at the flag. He aimed towards the long side of the green. He controlled distance. He lived pin high. He accepted 25-foot putts, and he avoided being short-sighted. He reduced volatility. And when volatility shrinks, scoring stabilizes. And that's how you win. So here's the reset. On every approach shot, ask, what is my plan? Can I control my impact conditions and my distance well enough to hit that shot? Or is it a smarter play to position the ball short of the green and pitch it from a distance I can control? Now, as the approach shot gets longer, the weapon matters. You see, long irons are difficult to launch high enough to actually hold the greens, especially as your speed declines a little bit over the years. Now, let me tell you a quick story about myself. When I moved into my early 50s, I started playing senior tour events on longer courses. And I realized very quickly my long irons weren't what they used to be. I wasn't holding greens from long range. I wasn't controlling the descent angle. And I wasn't giving myself realistic birdie chances. Now, at the time, I had my own indoor training center and a club building department. So I made a decision. I rebuilt the top end of my bag, 3 hybrids and 2 fairway woods, all properly lofted, all properly gapped. And with practice, that part of my game went from a weakness to my best strength. Why? Because those clubs launched the ball higher, they peaked higher, they landed steeper, and they stopped faster. Now, you might already have this all sorted, but if you're unsure whether this applies to you, just ask yourself, as the clubs get longer, do they actually go different distances? Or does your 3, 4, and 5 iron all go about the same yardage? If you're not a long hitter, maybe even your 6 and 7 iron go similar distances. Now, if that sounds familiar, you don't have distance control. You have overlap. And overlap is wasted space in your bag. You need clear gaps, predictable carry numbers, clubs that produce different jobs. A good club fitter can help you build that structure. Hybrids typically cover 3 different sets of degrees. Each one should have a purpose. And I also like 2 fairway woods, one for a perfect lie and one for when the ball is sitting down slightly. Different lofts, different jobs. And that's tactical thinking. Now, there comes a point in every golfer's life where distance stops being the advantage and control becomes the advantage. So hybrids, fairway woods, known carry distances, known rollouts, this creates separation. And these are not concessions, they're a strategic decision. The goal is not to reach every green in 2. The goal is to eliminate double bogeys. When you choose your approach distance intentionally, the hole becomes manageable. And when the hole becomes manageable, scoring becomes predictable. And that's tactical golf. All right, let's move on to our next video.